Oh my god, this is amazing. I'm flying! Hello, and welcome. I'm your host, Delishtomo, and today I'm going to show you how to fly in Elemental Battlegrounds through the use of manipulation of the game mechanics. I guess you'd call it an exploit, but it's not an actual hack. Let me just make that clear. This is something legitimate that you can do in the game without hacking, without using a special client or anything like that. Now, the way we're going to want to do this is, first, we have to get high.
Hey, no.
No, I mean really high.
In the air. And the best way to do that is to ride a fireball vertically. It's a little difficult, so there's a couple ways to get in the air, and I will show you them close to the end, but we're just gonna jump right in and see how to do this first of all. So you're gonna want to set up some spells initially. You're gonna need these in order to do the technique that I use. There may be different ways of doing this particular thing, but this is what I do. So all you need is Fireball, Time Trap, Lightning Flash, and the Spectrum ult. So you probably want to stand on a bit of ground that's flat, but this should be flat enough. So aim up. So what you're going to want to do is jump, and then while you're in the air, shoot the fireball, and immediately teleport up with this. So something like this. And now it doesn't work really well if you're lagging. So you'll probably take a few tries to do this. And unless you somehow manage to do it perfectly vertically, you have to move while you're on it. So it takes some practice to get this part down. This is the hardest part, I promise. In order to do this, we're going to need at least... Let's see how much mana this takes. Ult takes 1,000, so you're going to need at least 1,300. I've actually got the exact amount of mana that you need in order to do this. Thankfully, because this takes 300 and this takes 1,000. So, once we get up there to the top of where the fireball runs out, as soon as it disappears, you're going to want to do Trap, and then this ult. Oh, I didn't know it made that sound. But anyways, you'll do that, and then it will be activated. Alright, so here we go. Oh my gosh, I did it. Okay. Oh look, I'm riding completely vertical. Okay, so get ready. Time Trap, then ult. Really quick. Ready? Alright, it's worked. It's kind of hard to tell, but if you have everything lit up here, aside from the trap, which is a grab move, and an ult, you've done it correctly. So, what happens here is moves start, and the only part that starts of moves here is the actual physical movement of moves. So things like Rainbow Dash, and Explosion Teleport, and Light Heal, Dark Heal, and I don't know, Gravity Shield. These will all do things that you wouldn't normally see. For example, yay! Look at me, I'm flying! Isn't that sweet? It's a bit weird looking because there's lag, but it does work. I hope this guy isn't following me. Don't want to get reported. Again, not a hack, completely legitimate. You watched me do it. But, yeah, you can do moves that freeze you in the air and lift you. Oh. Yeah, you can do all those. And, something that is probably important to note. The colors that you get from this, and the emblems, like that right there, other players won't see those. They won't see the colors here, they won't see this. None of that is seen. All they see is your player and the animations that you do. And you can use this to make some pretty interesting emotes. One of my favorite being the walk and wave. Hi, I'm waving to you and I'm walking. Hello. You can make it look like you're clapping. There's some moves that do that. And something else you can do that's great is stand on someone's head and then bam! Give them a little punch. They won't see that, the cracks, but they'll see the animation, and it's pretty hilarious. They don't hear anything either. It's just, that's all client side. Only you will see that, but, we'll see the animation. And obviously, players will also see you moving through the air, because you just aren't doing any moves. So, the downside, and obviously the balancing factor, in other words, the reason I decided to post this on YouTube, is because once you do this, you cannot damage anyone or anything in any capacity. All you can do is move. You can't punch, clicking Q, you can't block. That's pretty much the extent of what you can do, what I've showed you. Oh, there's also the wind TP. That looks pretty interesting. Hold in place and then... Oh my god. That's not normal. That's not supposed to happen. That's lag right there. It normally doesn't last like that. Yeah, it's normally pretty glitchy, and you have to spam click it. But, that also works. Yes, I've tested this with most of the moves. Yeah, and none of them... There isn't a way to attack. The only way to attack, as far as I've been able to tell, or otherwise have detrimental effects to other players, is to activate a body move, for example, sound body or nightmare body beforehand, and this way you can drain people's stamina when you're near them, or you could do like little tiny bits of damage with the skeleton swarm bullets that will automatically shoot from you. And mind you, those moves only last like 30 seconds each, so for someone like me who only has enough mana to activate the exploit or glitch, I would have to do this beforehand, wait for my mana to charge up, then go up and activate it there. And then I only have like maybe 10 or 15 seconds of the shooting left most. So you really can't use this to your advantage except for maybe trolling, which is of course fun as well. Flying around, people are making it look like you're lagging. I'm trying to walk to you. Oh no, I'm rubber banding backwards every time. They can't see that emblem, so it would look like you were lagging and unable to get to them. But obviously you can still take damage, you can still die. It's pretty hilarious. You can escape with certain ults with this easily, or fly into them if you're a deviant. I don't know. Let's show you real quick. Whee! And we're up in the air again. But, yeah, that's this ult. And, or sorry, that's this glitch, pretty much explained. I'll go ahead and do it again, just to show you. There we go. So aim up, and then, as soon as you've shot it, teleport up and onto it, and you will probably have to move to stay on it. Then time trap, and then the ult, and it's been activated. You'll know if this hasn't worked if either A, all of the moves are dark like this, or B, all of the moves are dark like that, and then you're back to normal again. And reasons why it wouldn't work, for example, are you're too close to land, or like, for example, that invisible platform that's up there right here, or, I don't know, being too close to land, basically, is why it doesn't work. The way I discovered this was this alt, the Spectrum alt. When you do it, it makes a giant glass prism, and if you do it in the air, the prism is bigger because you start higher in the air. And I thought, how big can I make this prism? Could I make it cover the entire map if I did it super high in the air? So I wrote a fireball up, and then I did it, and then I accidentally glitched it so that all of the moves were dark, and I was like, wow, that's interesting, I wonder if I can do that again. And then I think I did it, and not realizing that my ult cooldown was still active, I did this in the air to instantly be able to do the ult again. And then I did it, and then for some reason my moves were glitched. But anyways, yeah, see, I'm higher up in the air here, so the prism is bigger. If I'd been down here, right down here, it would have been a smaller prism, even. Now, it does have a maximum size. I've tested this over at the edge of the world. If you do it over at the edge, it's only, like, so big. But, I do think that you need solid ground in order for it to not cause this glitch to happen. Alright, let me show you another way to ride the fireball real quick. And that is, of course, wind ascend, fireball, and then go up. And then if you're not a noob, you'll land on the fireball and raise into the air. Like that! Oh my gosh, I've done it. And then you could do the time trap and then the ult. And you should also be able to use the Spectrum teleport. Let's see if we can manage that. Like so. Gosh, I'm not normally good at these other ways, but yeah. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up how to do this. Here's a fun little bit of information for you. The first variant of this glitch that I learned about was time trap, time ult, and then you could temporarily spam this for the duration of the time ult. So I'll just show you that real quick. Oh, hello. So, time trap, then immediately time ult, and then, woo! Here we go! Magic. And then you're back to normal and you can do it again. It's pretty funny. I don't really see any real use for this other than, I guess, getting away from people quickly, but as far as legitimate battle goes, I don't consider it an actual strategy, in my personal opinion. So I'll go ahead and tell you about that as well. Show it to you one more time. Get cancelled. And then you can just fly around and look like you're doing stuff. But, again, they won't see the little colors that happen, or at least the emblems, when you do that. So, yeah. So basically, if you can't ride the fireball vertically with any of the 3 techniques that I showed you, there's one more way to do it. Since this glitch requires that you be high enough in the air to be far away from any land, all you really have to do in the end is get really high up, and then somehow get yourself out into the air, be it with a combination of these 3 or riding the fireball normally, and then have enough mana, 1.3k, 1,300, in order to do the time trap and then the Spectrum ult. So that should be doable right here on top of this cliff in standard. Or, for example, any of the walls, invisible walls, standing on them, or the invisible platform over here. But let's just ride the fireball Alright, so you want to aim high, otherwise you won't be high enough. So aim up, and then hop on, and then wait, and then we should be able to do it. Yeah, there we go, we were high enough at that point. We had to aim pretty high. We got up as high as we could on that mountain, but if you do it that way, you don't have to ride the fireball, and you can just do it at the apex of that flight there without any problems. Man, we're the only ones left on this server. We've got it all to ourselves. Oh my god. But yeah, so that's that. Be responsible, have fun with this, and if you find out any other way to do this or another way to make it work, let us know. Share with us. Glitches are meant to be shared and enjoyed by everyone else. So thank you for watching. I've been your host, Delish Tomo. This has been the Fly Glitch, and I will see you guys and gals next time. Bye! Boop!